Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez trial Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez trial started this week, and I tell you, the details are pretty chilling. Megan said that she wished she would have died the night of the shooting, and you couldn't believe why. To find out more, stay tuned and watch this video. Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. I want to get into this very messy Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion's trial. Now, for those who aren't familiar with this whole story, back in July of 2020, Megan and Tory and Megan's ex-best friend Kelsey Harris went to a party. They went to a little get-together at Kylie Jenner's house, and things ended in a lot of drama. They left the party drunk and angry, and they were arguing. And the argument led to a gun being fired 5 times, and Megan Thee Stallion was injured in the process. Now, at first, Megan did not tell the police that she was shot. She said that she got injured by glass, but she later went on to say that Tory Lanez shot her. And this, of course, prompted the LA District Attorney's Office to charge Tory Lanez with assaulting Megan with a semi-automatic firearm, and he's also facing a charge of carrying a loaded and unregistered firearm. Also, they added a 3rd charge recently, and it's a negligence discharge of a firearm. So it's possible that this charge was added in the case that the other 2 charges don't stick. If they can't prove that Tory shot Megan intentionally, they're going to try to get him for being negligent with the gun. So if Tory is not able to beat this case, he is going to face jail time, up to 22 years in prison for that matter, and he will be deported back to Canada. Now, if this case does not go in Megan's favor, her career will not only be in jeopardy, but also her reputation will be ruined. So the stakes are high for them both. And it's really important to get to the bottom of what happened the night of the shooting. Now, yesterday was the first day of trial, and both Megan and Tory's teams came forth and they gave their opening statements. Now, the prosecutor representing Megan gave their opening statements, which was pretty scathing. This is what the Deputy DA Alex Bott said. Their argument escalated when Megan called Tory's music trash. Tory got mad and told Megan to dance B and shot her. And Kelsey tried to help Megan, but Tory followed her and punched her. After that happened, Tory told Megan and Kelsey to get in the car, and Kelsey texted Megan's security guard Justin and told him that Tory shot Meg. And the prosecutors played an audio of Tory calling Kelsey and apologizing to her. Also, they said Tory apologized to Megan and her security guard via text message. He did not specify what he was apologizing for, but obviously this was evidence that the prosecutors needed to paint the narrative that Tory was apologizing for allegedly shooting Megan. Also, they're using Kelsey's text message to the security guard as evidence as well. Not only that, gun residue was found on both Kelsey and Tory's hands. And they said the reason why the gun residue might have been on Kelsey's hands is because she was standing near Tory when the gun went off and Tory put his hands on her. So that was the opening statement that the prosecutors gave. Now, mind you, all of this has to be proven in court, but they started off very strong with that argument. I mean, anybody who would read that would think that Tory is guilty as sin. I was even angry reading that opening statement. Now, Tory's defense team gave their opening statement detailing something very different. Now, this is what Tory's defense attorney, George Medician, said. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, but this is what he said, okay? He said that the argument started back at Kylie Jenner's party. Apparently, Megan was jealous that Tory was flirting with Kylie Jenner, because Megan was said to have a sexual relationship with Tory. So she allegedly was very jealous and she threw a fit and she got kicked out of Kylie's party. And Tory and Kelsey followed her into the car and they all were arguing, and Tory dropped a bombshell that he was sleeping with Megan behind Kelsey's back. And Kelsey got very upset, and it was alleged that Megan not only messed with Tory behind her back, but she also messed with the baby and the NBA player Ben Simmons. Now, Kelsey denied that she was messing with Ben Simmons, and also Ben Simmons said that that wasn't true.
Accusations!
These are not accusations. This is
false accusations.
And
so that statement is kind of iffy there, and usually opening statements are going to be iffy. These statements are just arguments and they have to be proven during the trial. Tory's defense team also claimed that Megan got out of the car and walked over to Kelsey's side and started beating on her. And they actually got a witness named Sean Kelly, who's one of the residents in the neighborhood, who saw this firsthand and told the police what happened. So this is actually documented. Things got physical and there allegedly was a tussle over the gun before it went off. Now, there is an implication that Kelsey might have been the one who fired the gun and Tory tried to take it away from her, which is why they both had gun residue on their hands. So that's basically a summary of the opening statements from the prosecution team and the defense team. There was also a lot of other things that were uncovered yesterday, and I have to give props to media outlets like No Jumper, The Daily Mail, Dennis Byron from the Hip Hop Inquirer, Milagro from Mob Radio, DJ Academics, Lawyer for Workers, and Nancy Dillon from Rolling Stone, and James Quelly from LA Times. They all have been doing a very thorough job in covering this story. And it doesn't matter whose side anybody is on, as long as the facts are getting out, I'm okay with it. So I'm glad for all of these sources. Now on day 2, Megan got to the stand and I want to get into what she said. But before I do, I first want to thank Sonic Bonnet for partnering with me and sponsoring this video. The Sonic Bonnet is not your everyday bonnet. It's a luxuriously silky bonnet with the power of Bluetooth technology. Built into its breathable elastic headband are a set of Bluetooth earphones, so you could start, pause, and play sounds from your phone, answer calls, and more, all with a tap of a button. The Sonic Bonnet is the perfect companion for your daily self-care and hair care routine. Once you tuck your hair into its comfortable, silky head cap, you'll be sold. Indulge yourself in this nightly beauty regimen and sleep soundly and sweetly with your favorite sleep sounds, music, podcasts, and audiobooks. And guess what? You'll never have to worry about losing your earbuds. The Sonic Bonnet earphones are USB chargeable with over a 3 nights charge and are easily removed and replaced for when you want to wash your bonnet. This self-care is for the mind, body, and hair. Treat yourself to a Sonic Bonnet today at sonicbonnet.com, and while you're at it, grab a gift for a friend or a loved one. I honestly can't think of a cuter gift. Take advantage of the free US shipping on all orders over $50 now at sonicbonnet.com. Once again, I want to thank Sonic Bonnet for partnering with me and sponsoring this video. Now let's get into Megan's testimony, because Megan got pretty emotional on the stand because she was right across from Tory, and also her voice cracked when she was asked if she knew Tory, and she said, "I just don't feel good. I can't believe I have to come up here and do this." She also said that if she knew she had to go through all of this, she wished Tory would have killed her the night of the shooting. And that is a very, very strong and intense statement. I'm pretty sure she really tugged the heartstrings of everybody in that courtroom, and I'm sure she got the jury to really empathize with her. So I think Megan's testimony did have some impact for sure. And she also talked about how the case affected her reputation in the industry, and she even pointed out Drake's song Circo Loco. In his song, he kind of implied that Megan lied about getting shot. And she said that this is kind of what's been going on in the industry. It's like a big boys club. People don't believe her. People are looking at her like she's the villain, and it has been affecting her a lot. Now, during Megan's testimony, she did admit that she had an intimate relationship with Tory, which she previously denied during her Gayle King interview. So that was very interesting that she now admitted to having an intimate relationship with Tory. Also, Megan denied that she wanted to leave the party because she was jealous that Tory was talking to Kylie. She wanted to leave because her wig came loose and she felt uncomfortable during the party. Also, when she left with Tory, she said that Tory started the argument after being upset about leaving. She said that he put it on blast that he was messing with both her and her ex-best friend Kelsey. So she confirmed that part of the defense's statement. She also said Tory got super angry once she started insulting his career. Also, Megan said she was asked to be let out of the car, but Tory convinced her to get back in the car. However, when they began to drive again, things got so tense that she wanted to get out of the car again. And when she got out of the car the second time, she saw Tory with a gun in his hand shooting at her over the car door. So she basically said that Tory shot her unprovoked. And she also denied ever having a fist fight with Kelsey, even though there was an independent witness who saw her fighting Kelsey right before the shooting. Now, the thing that gets a little tricky with Megan's testimony is she actually contradicted the prosecutor's opening statement. Now, mind you, the prosecutor is representing Megan, so the stories do have to align. But there were a couple of contradictions. Megan said that she did not see Kelsey when the shooting happened. Now, mind you, the prosecutor said the reason why Kelsey had gun residue on her hands is because she was near Tory. However, Megan doesn't recall seeing Kelsey near Tory. Also, Megan said after she got shot, both Tory and Kelsey approached her. They were in complete shock. And the prosecution said something different. They said that it was Kelsey who approached her and Tory was the one trying to get them back in the car. But Megan is saying that they both approached her. So they both seem to have some concern. And more than anything, they both seem to be pretty frantic because a gun went off and Megan got hurt. Now, I think their reaction to the gun being fired is rather interesting because it's the type of reaction that a person would have if they accidentally shot the gun. But Megan said Tory shot the gun intentionally. So I'm wondering why he was so shocked. But maybe he sobered up after he realized what actually happened, because I do remember all of them were drunk. So when the gunfire went off, that really snapped them out of their drunken state. Megan also doubled down on her statement that Tory tried to offer her $1 million to not tell anybody what happened. Now, when Megan was questioned why she did not tell the police that Tory shot her initially, she said that it was pretty much frowned upon in her community to cooperate with the police. And she also brought up the whole police brutality stance. She was just afraid that the police would retaliate against Tory if she told on him. So she pretty much hid the information away from the police and even the doctors when she went to the hospital. She didn't tell anybody what happened until later, but she did make calls to her team Rock Nation after the incident happened because she wanted them to pretty much get on top of the story. And what's interesting is the prosecutors played an audio of Tory's phone call to Kelsey while he was in jail. And in the phone call recording, Kelsey said that Megan already got her team on top of this. So she sounded a little concerned, and Tory was trying to assure her that nothing's gonna happen. But apparently Megan and her team were preparing to get this story out to basically clear her name and protect her image. So that's pretty much what happened in the second day of trial. Megan testified, and it's very possible that this testimony might sway the jury to side with Megan. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. We're gonna have to wait and see what Kelsey says, because that is gonna be the most interesting testimony in this whole case. But anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.